you see it? The power of relationships.
You know, you don't achieve anything in life without relationships. If there's anything I'm trying to pass on to our players now is wherever you want to go in life, it takes other people. It takes relationships over.
It builds teams, partnerships, and businesses, and is the driving force behind uniting communities. And at every turn, the East Alabama Chamber is there for their members of all sizes, facilitating networking events, seminars, and meetings to bring together city, county, and state leaders to foster vital conversations and collaborations. Our military community plays a vital role in bolstering our economy and continuously reinforces its significance and impact on our region. We are always focused on forging beneficial partnerships that build a greater East Alabama for all.
Get connected.
Welcome to your East Alabama Chamber.
What a wonderful night for the 2024 East Alabama Chamber of Commerce dinner. Thank you all for being here. This looks amazing. I'm Paige Paquette, and I have the privilege of being the chair of the board of directors this year. And so I'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind, and ask all of my fellow chamber board members to please stand and be recognized. On behalf of our CEO, Melissa Gant, and our office administrator, who we all know is the glue that really holds us together, and the Chamber Board of Directors, I would just like to say thank you so much for being here with us and for supporting our chamber. I would like to also thank our community partners who are here with us, Positively Phoenix City, the Russell County Commission, we have Smith Station, and also Fort Moore. We are especially honored to have Governor Keawe with us tonight. Our MC for tonight doesn't really need me to tell anything about him because everybody knows him. And he's a leader in East Alabama, and he's really making a positive impact in our whole region. So would you join me in welcoming Dave Arwood as our MC?
All right, that's it. I hope everybody had a great night. Right? Thank y'all so much. So glad to be here, so honored to be your MC this evening. First off, I would like to acknowledge all of our elected officials in the house tonight. So if you are an elected official, would you please, if you're able, stand and be recognized, all of our elected officials. Obviously, representation from state, county, city, we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to us. Now, would you please help me welcome Miss Alexis Ligon from Russell County High School to perform the national anthem.
Twilight's last gleaming
Senior Command Chaplain for the Maneuver Center of Excellence, and Fort Moore, Chaplain Colonel Scott Kumin, who will graciously lead us in our invocation. I invite you to join me in prayer. Gracious and almighty God in heaven, we gather here tonight in gratitude and celebration, and I acknowledge your presence among us. As we come together this evening, we recognize the importance of community, collaboration, and growth. I thank you for the strong partnership and profound support that our military community enjoys with the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce. I thank you for the opportunities that this Chamber of Commerce provides for the businesses represented here and for the individuals who work tirelessly to make our community thrive. I ask that you bless the efforts of entrepreneurs, innovators, and leaders who contribute to the economic and social well-being of our community and region. And lastly, O Lord, help us, lest we serve ourselves and succumb to the devil who tempts us with pride, O Lord. May we serve your will. Lord, you warn us with strong words of accountability in Scripture that we must never accumulate wealth or prosperity at the expense of the poor and downtrodden. As you are gracious and merciful to us, may we be so to others for your glory. Bless this food that we are about to eat in the good hands that have prepared it. This I pray, Lord Jesus. Amen. All right, so you know we are very thankful of all of our sponsors, many sponsors which are in the room today. We thank you so much for your sponsorship. Tonight we have two diamond sponsors. First we have Child Medical Group. If you would please direct your attention to the video.
Growing up a skinny kid in Detroit, Michigan, and seeing the things that we saw, mom go to school and get her master's and 2 PhDs and practice law, and a sister get 2 medals in the Olympics, go off to college and get married and start up here after I graduate to come down to Columbus, Georgia, has been exciting. To make that transition to Phoenix City, Alabama, to get a phone call from the Department of Defense, they selected 16 of us to start the military chiropractic program and to work on Fort Benning at the time, now Fort Moore, and to be there working with the other doctors and orthopedists there, and to introduce chiropractic in that medical setting was fascinating. To do something different than just say this profession can do this and that profession can do that. What I tell all our providers when they walk on our team is that the type of results you see here are going to be different than you see anywhere else, because there's nowhere else that a single patient can see multiple providers from multiple professions on the same visit at the same time.
My name is Dr. Sean Loretis. I'm one of the chiropractic providers here at Chi Medical Management.
I'm Stephanie Dare. I'm the VA coordinator for the Chi Medical Management Group.
I'm Isaac. I'm the therapy coordinator here at Chi Medical.
My name is Bailey LeBlanc. I've been with Chi Medical Management for over 2 years.
Manager for Chi Medical
Tiffany. I am the FIC coordinator for Chi Medical.
I am the insurance manager, attorney liaison here at Chi Medical.
Hi, I'm Claudette Messer.
My name is Jennifer.
So when we look at what we do for federal injuries, for federal employees who get injured and have nowhere to turn, many of them lose their homes, their cars because their cases aren't accepted, to have people specialize to help them get their cases accepted and get their cases approved so they can get the care that they need. To watch veterans who have paid so many costs, but maybe they can't get all the care they need today because it takes them 3 months to get in there. To have all these providers here and to get them in the same day. Some of them, the type of care they can't get anywhere else or for quite some time. For people who've been in automobile accidents who may have had many types of injuries, but they don't have the type of insurance or have the money available to afford the care they need right then. To be able to bring to bear the type of professionals we have so that they don't have to worry about that.
I was injured on my job back in 2020. A shelf fell on my finger and broke it in several places. But then I received the notice that my treatment was denied because my case was denied because they said it wasn't a work-related injury. So I went 2 years without any treatment. A coworker of mine told me about Child Medical Center, but I gave him a try. Dr. Cooper and his staff has been wonderful to me and my family.
Formerly U.S. Army, light wheel, heavy wheel, and track mechanic. I have experienced pain as a disabled veteran. I have went numerous of places. Ever since I started coming here, I have gotten out of the bed because I was bedridden 2 to 5 days, and now my quality of life has definitely improved, and now I'm able to just live a life. And I owe all this to them, and I wouldn't trade them for anything.
We're excited to do and to focus on something different here in Phoenix City, to focus on something that I feel is a different way and a better way to bring about health care. And that's what our focus is all about.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper. Thank you, Chi Medical Group, and thank you so much for what you do for our community. And thank you for your sponsorship as a Diamond sponsor tonight. Next, we're going to hear from our friends at Off-Road Rescue. And immediately following, I'm going to ask Mr. Matthew Simpson from Off-Road Rescue if he'd please come up because he has a really exciting announcement we're all going to want to hear. So, if you will, Off-Road Rescue.
Every year, thousands of people will need some form of rescue. From the hikers in the Tuskegee National Forest to the families trapped in their shelter after a tornado.
Massive. Destructive.
First responders are the ones you call when you need help now. When minutes are the difference between life and death, having the right tools will make all the difference. Off-Road Rescue delivers those tools. Creating dynamic ideas, Off-Road Rescue encompasses over 40 years of paramedicine and firefighting experience, and a network powered by the best vendors and fabricators in the nation. Off-Road Rescue delivers custom-built platforms that enable first responders to reach injured persons across any terrain while providing patient protection during transport.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Simpson.
Yeah, I should have took that public speaking class in college. So, hi, my name is Matthew Simpson. I'm the president of Off-Road Rescue. What we do is we design and facilitate the fabrication of custom off-road vehicles for emergency first responders. As you all saw, every year, thousands of people go into the woods and thousands of people need rescue. And the biggest problem that first responders have is getting to those individuals, getting to their location. That's what we're here to provide to first responders. We're not trying to take any and replace any system that's out there. We're here to supplement what they already have, to make their jobs a little bit easier and a little bit better. So the vehicle you saw, that's our flagship platform. It is an off-road vehicle that is capable of carrying all the extraction equipment for first responders to not only get that person out, but also transport them safely to either an awaiting helicopter or back to another ambulance. But we're just not building and designing vehicles. The other things we're doing is upfitting. Because there are so many vehicles where first responders, they don't have the funding to get those vehicles fixed. We can help them. We can make that vehicle better based upon their needs. And since we brought up funding, that is the biggest thing that any department has. So we have partnered with a company called RPM. They are grant writers. And what they do is they will write the grant, find the money, and they will manage that grant. So instead of it being just a couple $1,000 that's paid to them for their service, for a $270,000 vehicle, it is a cost saving not only for that department and agency, but it also helps that department because Medicare and Medicaid will not cover life flight helicopters. So these are the things what we're doing, and we have more exciting things to come, and in the end of 2024, we will be launching our vehicle. So with that, thank you very much.
Hey, how about an awesome round of applause for both of our great Diamond sponsors? All right, dinner time. tell you what, enjoy your meal. We're going to reconvene in about 40 minutes, and we're going to have our awards, plus we'll hear our keynote speaker in about 40 minutes. So, enjoy your meal. Thank you.
Look, do you see it? So powerful.
Continue on with our program. First off, we want to thank our Emerald sponsors, and if you would please direct your attention to the screen, we're going to play several videos for you from our Emerald sponsors.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines
Why?
so they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
Experience reliability at its best with Beam's dedicated team of technicians. We're committed to keeping you connected. Call Beam today to start service or upgrade your existing plan. Your connection, our priority.
Turn your break room into a convenience store. Buffalo Rock's Busy Day Markets makes your common area anything but common. Busy Day Markets are small-scale convenience stores right in your workplace. Employees will love the benefit of all their favorite snacks and drinks right at their fingertips. Lunchtime, coffee breaks, or just hitting that wall at 3 p.m. Busy Day Markets offer a great selection of fresh foods customized to your company preferences. To get a market in your workplace, call Michael Bensko today and check us out online.
Meet Belinda Strickland, your trusted attorney at law. With years of dedication to our community, Belinda is the name you can rely on for all your legal needs. Trust experience. Trust Belinda Strickland, attorney at law.
Hey, would you please give a round of applause to all of our Emerald sponsors? Also, I do want to recognize Vibe Vault. Thank you so much, Vibe Vault, for creating all these awesome videos. Would y'all please give them a round of applause? Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Chris Blackshear. He is our current state representative, District 80. He's been there since 2016, and he's going to come up and introduce our keynote speaker, Chris Blackshear.
Well, good evening. Hope the meal was well and you enjoyed the dessert. It's my pleasure this evening to be able to introduce to you the governor of the state of Alabama, Kay Ivey. She grew up in Camden, Alabama, graduate of Auburn University. From 2003 to 2011, she was the treasurer for the state of Alabama. 2011 through 2017, she was the lieutenant governor. And on April the 10th, 2017, she became the 54th governor of the state of Alabama. She's guided us through uncharted territories when you think about COVID. We were one of the few states, if not the best state, to come out on the other side better than we went into it. She also has guided us through the largest budgets we've had in the state's history. Unemployment rate is at one of the lowest it's ever been in the state. She proves each and every day, as you've seen when she was running last time in her commercial, she proves every day there's no step too high for a high stepper. Let's welcome the 54th governor of the state of Alabama, our very own Governor Kay Ivey.
Good evening, everyone. Representative Blackshear, thank you so much for that kind introduction. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but in addition to Chris representing you all in the legislature, he also represented you on the baseball field last night. while he was selected the most valuable player of the game, called the Battle of Gold Hill between the House and the Senate, I think we'll keep him in the legislature. In all seriousness, Chris does a fantastic job for this part of the state as well as all of Alabama. When there's a tough issue that needs addressing, I know I can count on Chris to be on the team. And he will be energetic and all in on the mission. That's a good leader. So Chris, thank you so much for having me here tonight and for all you do in the legislature to advance Alabama. Representative Blacksher can attest to this, but it certainly is good to be out of Montgomery tonight and with all of you from East Alabama communities. So y'all, thank you so much for having me tonight. You are all critical to the success we experience as a state. I recently shared that during my time as governor, Alabama has seen investments totaling $48 billion with a big dollars, which is creating some 86,000 new jobs. And early next week, I'll be sharing the final economic development numbers for 2023, and it's going to be good. We've got the momentum, folks, so now let's look ahead and prepare for the economy of tomorrow. Part of preparing for the economy tomorrow is addressing our workforce needs. While our unemployment rate remains historically low, our labor force participation rate stands only at 57.2%, one of the lowest in the nation. And that's not a good low. That's not low in a good way. Alabama can do better. And it will take making Alabama's workforce programs more effective and more efficient. Last July, I wrote an op-ed saying to eliminate help wanted signs, we must shift our focus to labor force participation. And the Ivey administration remains committed to doing just that. In 2015, major reforms were made within the state's workforce development sector. And I'm committed to taking those reforms a step further. This morning I was proud to stand with the legislative leadership as we all brought forward our different ideas to move the needle on yet another important issue. I'm calling on the legislature to once again make needed reforms so our workforce development programs work better for its two customers, job seekers and you, our employers. Another important issue we're hoping to tackle in Alabama is the UAW targeting one of Alabama's crown jewel industries, automotive manufacturing. Now, while our 5 OEMs are now located in East Alabama, you do have suppliers, so this matters big time. But my message is clear though. I'm standing up for Alabamians and protecting our jobs. Alabamians work harder than anyone. We make the best automobiles of the world. And we must not let UAW tell us any differently. As I've said before many times, when Alabama is faced with a challenge, we need to look it head on and make an opportunity out of it. Take our roads, bridges, and ports, for example. When our infrastructure needed improvement and needed our attention, we rallied behind Rebuild Alabama. And now we have projects happening in all 67 counties. Now let's talk about another kind of infrastructure. Our digital infrastructure, broadband, almost a buzzword these days in politics at the federal level and here in the state. In 2024, connecting to the internet seems like a given. We still have some work to do, but we are making good progress on the journey. Recently, I joined with ADECA in announcing almost $150 million in new broadband expansion projects positively affecting 48 counties. As I like to remind folks, broadband connectivity is the modern equivalent of interstate access for a community. Since 2018, we have installed almost 13,000 miles of fiber optic cable across the state through middle and last mile broadband projects. And y'all, that's a lot of virtual interstate highways. And what has been the impact of all this virtual road building? Well, just 3 years ago, Alabama ranked 47th in the nation in broadband connectivity. Today, we're 24. Folks, we're making headway. All right, so we've hit a few priorities tonight. We discussed the economy, workforce development, roads, broadband. Now let's talk about our students. Education helps our students unlock their potential and achieve their dreams. After all, strong students lead to a strong Alabama. And it's exciting to see the positive gains happening at schools around Alabama, and it's happening all across the spectrum: public, private, magnet, and the like. And look, y'all, that's the goal. No matter where a child is educated, no matter their zip code, we want to ensure they are receiving a quality education that works for them and helps them achieve personal success. There's also been a lot of discussion around assessments. We do not just see a school receive an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F, and I'm done with it. It's what we do next that matters. What we do with that assessment matters most. And I believe the Turnaround School Initiative, targeting some of our most struggling schools, shows what can be accomplished when we take that next step. Schools are not gaining or losing funding based on an assessment. Let's be clear about that. Supporting Alabama students' education is my #1 focus. That means doubling down on the success of our Turnaround School Initiative. That means fully implementing good policies like the Literacy and Numeracy Acts. That means ensuring we can be competitive in recruiting and retaining teachers today and tomorrow. I've called on the legislature to not only increase our teacher salaries, but to ensure that Alabama has the highest starting salaries for teachers among our neighboring states. We cannot afford to educate and graduate our future teachers and lose them to places like Atlanta or Nashville or Columbus, school system just across the line. As someone who began my career as a public school teacher and who as governor has invested historic amounts in our public schools year after year, I remain committed to bolstering Alabama's K-12 system. Recently, I was proud to sign my Education Savings Account Bill, the CHOOSE Act, into law. Now let's be clear about something, folks. No matter what detractors may say, it is possible, and we are proving it, that you can steadfastly support our public schools, while at the same time advocating for families to also have the option of an education savings account. Improving our state's education system is a process, and we have to meet the needs of all students. As governor, I realize the way to do that is to make sure there are opportunities available for our children. For some families, that means having the chance to send their child to a charter or magnet or private school or even to homeschool. And maybe a parent is looking for a more challenging curriculum. Or maybe families want a religious-based education. The CHOOSE Act will help make these options available to more families around our state. And to wrap up, I would like to discuss my proposed Alabama School of Healthcare Sciences. It's that important to me. Last year, during my State of the State address, I introduced the idea of the school. It will directly expose young men and women from around Alabama, and particularly rural students, to various healthcare fields. And it gives them options. Maybe they want to graduate with a credential to immediately start working a high-wage career. Or maybe they want to go to college and become a nurse. Or maybe even attend medical or dental school. I'm proposing that we locate the school in Demopolis to help us educate the next generation of healthcare workers. It's a tremendous example of the effectiveness of the public-private partnerships. When we work together, we can accomplish more. And I'm calling on the legislature to get this important project done. I said during my State of the State that this would be a consequential legislative session. And we have certainly already proven that to be the case. We are already making progress and have even more to accomplish. And I want to continue hearing from you. As I said, Chambers and those of you here in the communities are the drivers of our success. You helped secure recent announcements like Sierra Pacific Windows Investment. You have developed strategic partnerships for tech sector recruitment. You create an environment that supports our military, like those of you at Fort Moore. And I say all of this to say that my door, as well as my Commerce Secretary Ellen McNair's door, both of them are always open. Y'all, I'm proud of Alabama. I'm proud of our citizens. And I'm proud to continue leading our great state. The people of Alabama deserve our very best. Future generations of Alabamians deserve our hardest work today. This is our opportunity. Excuse me. So let's not waste a moment. So let's not waste a moment. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
Thank you so much, Governor. We have something that we'd like to actually give you. First off, we're so thankful for everything that you do, obviously for our wonderful state, but we're also very thankful that you took time out of your very busy schedule to come down here. Some friends of ours that are some of our local members who are with Coleman's Woodcraft, John and Laura Coleman, have made this beautiful plaque for you in recognition of all you do. And we want to make sure we present this with you, to you, and thank you one more time for all you do for us, and thank you again for coming out and speaking with us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you. to a fun part of the evening. First thing I want to say is, in a room full of leaders, all leaders are learners, right? We all learn, constantly. And serving as your chairperson for the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce for 2023, I learned a lot, a whole lot. I learned that what we need to do is we need to have and maintain a very strong Chamber of Commerce for the East Alabama, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We need to make sure that we take care of our members, and we need to make sure that we maintain and nurture our relationships with all of our members, community, everybody in this region, in this area. So, with that, thank you so much for all your support as your chairperson for 2023. I do want to thank a few people. First off, I want to thank God for blessing me every single day with everything we have. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Tanya Arwood. I want to thank my PMB Broadcasting family sitting around that table, Jim Martin, Joseph Brandon, Lindsay Galloway. Thank y'all so much for always supporting me as well. I want to thank the East Alabama Board of Directors, all of our East Alabama Chamber Board of Directors. Thank you so much. Thank you especially to all of our Executive Board. Thank you so much, because I know they've all been there. Of course, thank you to every single person in our community. I couldn't do it without you. Here's the great thing. Our chamber is absolutely strong. It's strong today as it has been, and it's going to get even stronger under the guidance of our new CEO, Melissa Gant, and our new incoming president, or I should say, chairperson for 2024 for the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Paige Paquette.
We often joke about how Dave has just made it really easy for me to come in because I'm kind of the fun chair. And that's why we have a vice chair that works at a bank, because he's the one that will tell us no when we want to spend all the money. Thanks, Will. And so Dave, I'd like to present this to you on behalf of the chamber to just thank you for your year as chairman.
Thank you.
And before you get on, I think we should get everyone. Have y'all had a great time tonight? It's wonderful, a beautiful place, and it's all because of our ambassadors. Where are our ambassadors? Please stand up if you're a chamber ambassador. Please give them a round of applause. And also because of Melissa and Edith. So thank you guys so much for everything. We're having a great time tonight. Thanks, Dave. I just wanted to say for a moment, some of you may not know, but I'm an English language arts professor at Troy. And so I like words. I know it's kind of geeky, but I do. And so sometimes I think we don't realize how important words are in our everyday vocabulary until it really becomes part of our vernacular, what we say all the time. And I've lived here 28 years, so this is home. But I've so many times I know I have, and I've heard other people say that the Chattahoochee River divides or separates Phoenix City and Columbus and the other areas in Georgia. And you know, what I'm seeing by looking out here tonight is there is no division, no separation. So just maybe we need to change our vocabulary to say that the Chattahoochee River connects East Alabama with our friends of Columbus, Harris County, and Fort Moore. So I want to say on behalf of the Chamber Board, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being a part of the East Alabama Chamber. And thank you for helping us build relationships that grow and support businesses in our region on both sides of the river. Because we know when a chamber member succeeds, we all succeed. So thank you so much for all you do for our chamber.
you know, hey, that's what I do. All right. Well, hey, actually, let me do something right here. They actually wanted to get another person to do the awards who looked just like Dave Harwood. So let me put my glasses on. So what do you think? I mean, here we go. All right. Okay, so tonight I get to do the honor of announcing the awards for the community. And so we're going to start with the Small Business Award here in the chamber. So a small business award or company that has positively impacted the East Alabama region by actions taken for the betterment of all. Through the investment in the community, they are a leader of initiatives in economic development. Their business enterprise promotes a positive environment in the community. And the nominees for the Small Business of the Year award are Breathe Easy Sanitizing. Breathe Easy Sanitizing stands as a dedicated community provider of sanitizing solutions. Committed to fostering a healthier and safe environment, they take pride in the unwavering support for the communities they serve. An avid volunteer for the Chamber, they believe in supporting their customers, other businesses, and their business partners. German Food, Gifts, and More. They are veterans and go above and beyond to support any event with their food truck. They have also invested significantly to bring a full German restaurant to offer a unique experience to the area. And Riley Heating and Air. With 50 years of service, Riley cares about their customers. Beyond that, Riley has an affection toward this community above what is typically seen in the industry. Feedback is taken directly to the heart, showing how much the community's input matters to them. Give a round of applause for our nominees. And please welcome to announce the recipient of the Small Business Award, Joseph Brandon of PNB Broadcasting, the previous recipients.
Well, on behalf of the PNB Broadcasting family, Jim Martin, and our team here, it's our pleasure to announce the Small Business of the Year. We have an envelope. German Food, Gifts, and More.
As they make their way to the stage, give another round of applause for German Food, Gifts, and More. The next award is the Young Leader of the Year award. The Young Leader is someone, through their engagement in our region, who has demonstrated great leadership. This young leader has created a higher degree of inclusion, influence, and impact for the good of our communities and all citizens through their time, talent, and treasure. This nominee has assisted in elevating the presence and impact of our community's younger citizens. The nominees are Peyton Linder of Troy University. Peyton has helped develop a 5-month grassroots leadership development academy titled Elite. Elite was a 4-organization partnership that helped middle to lower class adults understand the role of government and how their contributions can advance the improvements of their neighborhoods. He led the efforts in resurrect and redevelop the East Alabama Young Leaders Program. He continues to find ways to enhance a program of this kind. The 10-month program accepted 10 students from 3 high schools. Peyton also serves on numerous boards of directors and committees across the region. Executive board member, Boy Scouts of America, chairman for the Young Leaders East Alabama, board member, Russell County Schools Education Foundation, and board member, Lee County Young Leaders. Scott Phillips of VectorPly. Scott may be the marketing manager of VectorPly, but he has also taken the initiative to learn all the technical specifications and ability of VectorPly products. This knowledge allows him to write technical articles that are published in industry-specific publications. This unique ability has helped Vector Ply reach new customers and strengthen relationships with our current customers. Scott's ambition and drive for success has helped make Vector Ply one of the most respected names in our industry. Scott also serves his community by serving as the secretary on the executive board for the chamber. His leadership and guidance exemplify a calm and methodological approach. Big word. Carol Ann Underwood of the Phoenix City Board of Education. Carol Ann is a dedicated member of the PCBOE school community. She has consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership, creativity, and passion in promoting the achievements and initiatives of the PCBOE students, even stepping in to chaperone for the youth leaders of East Alabama Troy University camp last summer. She has played a pivotal role in enhancing the visibility and reputation of our school system through strategic public relations efforts, including becoming the community's Rotary Club's PCS Director Representative, which has resulted in her becoming one of the key leaders. She actively mentors students in our RDTV program, providing guidance and support as they develop their marketing and PR skills and pursue their goals. She actively mentors and trains our school website and social media managers to make the PCS web presence the best it can be while also building the capacity of our staff. Albert Williams. Albert Williams is owner of Providence Staffing. He is a minority-owned businessman, member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity in Phoenix City, an organization focused on improving the lives of the economically challenged people in the Phoenix City area. He's a member of the East Alabama Chamber Leadership Class of 21-22 and an ambassador for 22-23. And to present the award for the Young Leader of the Year is the previous recipient, Pam Romero of United Way.
The winner is, so there might be a mistake here. It's me. Peyton, come on down. Peyton Leader.
Individual Leader of the Year Award. The Individual Leader of the Year Award reflects someone who has reflected unselfish humanitarian service and leadership, having promoted or led positive initiatives, taken stands on issues for the betterment of our communities, and through their leadership role made a significant impact through personal, business, or professional achievement. Someone who has helped build a community atmosphere for diversity, inclusion, growth, and opportunity for all. The nominees are Dave Arwood of PMB Broadcasting. Dave always answers the call when he or his voice is needed. Whether it's breakfast in business, the mayor's ball, or supporting local organizations on the PMB stations, he's provided unwavering leadership during the time of chamber transition. He goes above and beyond by generously volunteering his time and talents for initiatives like Dancing with the Stars for Alzheimer's to not only raise awareness, but also inspire others to get involved and make a difference. He volunteers his time for his community by actively engaging in community development planning to demonstrate a desire to contribute to the betterment of our community. He cares for East Alabama. Brenda Coley. Dr. Brenda Coley of the Russell County Board is the superintendent of the Russell County Board of Education in her 9th year. As a visionary leader, Dr. Coley sets aspirational goals for our school district, striving for excellence in every aspect of education. Grounded in her deep faith, she approaches her work with integrity, compassion, and a commitment to serving others. Transparent in her communication, she keeps stakeholders informed and engaged, fostering trust and collaboration within the community. Dr. Coley's remarkable leadership inspires and empowers others to reach their full potential, creating a positive impact that extends far beyond the walls of the school district. Jackie Screws, President of the Chattahoochee Valley Community College. President Screws' dedication and leadership has been evident by CVCC's growth in their successful initiatives that have significantly increased enrollment, elevated the school's reputation and visibility, and expanded their curriculum. Through her visionary leadership, she not only transformed our institution, but also inspired a sense of pride and excellence within our community. And to present the award is the previous recipient, Dr. Dion Rosser-Mims of Troy University.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, all right. And so the winner of the Individual Leader of the Year Award is Mr. Dave Arwood.
The next category is the Economic Development Award. The Economic Development Award is a large company category of over 50 employees that has made a significant impact in the East Alabama region through job creation and investment both in the community and infrastructure, expansion, and/or renovation. The ED Award is a recognition of our commitment to our region and a readiness to act when called upon. The nominees are Chick-fil-A, Phoenix City. Chick-fil-A is known for its commitment to community involvement, whether through sponsorships, donations, or participation in local events. Chick-fil-A actively supports the communities where it operates. This engagement helps strengthen community bonds and fosters a sense of belonging. Chick-fil-A's focus on providing exceptional customer service, which contributes to positive experience of the community. Chick-fil-A's commitment to excellence, community engagement, job creation, and economic impact benefits the community it serves. My pleasure. Y'all got that? Gosh. Jack's Family Restaurant. Investing and opening new locations throughout this area, they demonstrate that this is a growing area and the employment opportunities they provide are a strong economic indicator of their investment in the East Alabama region. Vector Ply. Vector Ply Corporation employs nearly 200 team members in the East Alabama region and produces world-leading composite reinforcement materials for numerous industries across North America and the world. Even during the challenging pandemic and following supply chain disruptions, Vector Ply continued their customer base through expansion and additions to the labor force. As an engineering-driven manufacturer, Vector Ply leans on local talent to provide innovative, first-quality materials to more than 1,000 customers worldwide. Vector Ply is committed to Phoenix City in the East Alabama region and enjoys a collaborative partnership with many other local chamber members. Vector Ply believes their commitment to give back to the community. They do this through generous sponsorships, donations, sponsor Little League teams, and by supporting local schools. They feel it's important also to support the future by being active supporters of the Young Leaders Program. And to present the Economic Development Business of the Year, please welcome to the stage Michael Bensko of Buffalo Rock Pepsi.
Thank you very much. And the winner is Vector Ply.
The next category is Ambassador of the Year. You know, my wife earlier, and I think Dave Harwood as well earlier, recognized all our ambassadors for the East Alabama Chamber. If you're an ambassador for the East Alabama Chamber, please stand up one more time. Please stand to be recognized. What you may not understand is that the ambassadors are the ones that run the East Alabama Chamber. They are the ones, Melissa thinks she does, but they are the ones out there beating the streets. They're the ones out there connecting, building the relationships with the businesses and opportunities in our community. Going out, getting new members, and doing all those things that make the chamber thrive. And so I'm going to welcome the Ron Jones, the realtor of Platinum Properties, a previous 2022 winner of the Ambassador of the Year, to present the award.
Thank you, Stephen. Just a couple of quick words. The Ambassador of the Year goes above and beyond, consistently. Not just with event planning, event execution, supporting Edith and Melissa in the office, but also reaching out to new members that they're tasked with as a team to ensure that they're fostering the relationships, that these new members are getting everything that they deserve out of their benefit level that they are actually investing in. On top of that, what I was not told last year was another perk of winning the Ambassador of the Year is you get to chair the Ambassador program for an entire year. Now, in my church, we believe in the term iron sharpens iron. And in all seriousness, this is a great example. Because the Ambassador of the Year is the example of what every other ambassador should strive to do. Yes, it is a volunteer program, but we ask for passionate people. And I believe the team that we have this year exemplifies that passion. And without further ado, this year's Ambassador of the Year is, that's not my name, Kay Oswald, Coyote Benefits.
And now, to present closing remarks, please welcome your CEO of the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, Melissa Gantz.
So I'll be brief here tonight because everybody knows this is my favorite thing in the whole wide world to do, is to speak in front of 1 billion people that are so important. So, and I also know that that after a long day at work and a heavy meal that, you know, it's probably not your favorite thing to do is to have a long speech at the end of the day, at the end of the night. So I'll be sensitive to your time, so I'll be brief. A very wise man once told me that time is your most valuable asset. And when it's gone, it's the only asset that you cannot get back. So think about that, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. That very wise man was my son, Zachary. And he is much wiser than I am, but don't ever tell him I said that, okay? So I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to thank a few people. At the risk of sounding like this is the Academy Awards after we just had all these awards up here, I would like to make the list pretty short. I'd like to thank my agent. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not this. Sorry, not my agent. All right, first of all, I'd like to thank all these members, all of you out here. You're the bedrock of the chamber. This organization doesn't exist without you. Every one of you make the chamber, and you are absolutely what we're here for. So first of all, thank you from the bottom of our heart. You platinum members, you guys are the ones that have the extra faith in us and give us the opportunity to do the most good in our community. And we appreciate your foundational support more than we can express. To our community partners, Phoenix City, positively Phoenix City, I should say, Smith Station, Russell County, and now Fort Moore, your relationships are the heart of what our members seek, and your steadfast support means the world to us. And so that's actually what, you know, our members look for, is for your support to be our support. So thank you for supporting us, and what you do and the support that you give is instrumental to our success. Tonight's sponsor, your generous support truly made this event possible. And I forget that this is probably see-through, so y'all see my knees knocking and my feet and I can hear my public relations coach in college going, don't stand still, don't fiddle, don't do this, don't do that. So, for tonight's sponsor, your generous support truly makes this event truly possible. Off-Road Rescue, thank you for letting us be a part of your announcement tonight. That was exciting, and it's truly awesome to be a part of watching people be successful. So thank you for letting us be a part of that. Kai Medical, thank you for being a part of Phoenix City. I know you could have gone anywhere. I've heard you tell that story. You could have gone anywhere, and you chose Phoenix City, so thank you for choosing Phoenix City. And for all of our Emerald and Ruby sponsors, to Alabama Power, you guys are always good to us. Beam Broadband, I'm gonna have to learn how to say that, Beam Broadband, that's different since I was there. Buffalo Rock, Belinda, Strickland, Vibe, Vault, Taylor Funeral Home, Vector Ply, Troy University, and Pearl Images. Your sponsorship has allowed us to make this event, to take this event to the next level, and we're truly excited and grateful for that. Thank you to Dr. Brentley Griffin and to Mr. Donnie Griffin for those beautiful centerpieces. If you notice, this beautiful centerpieces in the middle of your table. She always goes the extra mile. Thank you for doing that, Brentley. And if you are thinking about taking them home with you, don't. They stay here with us. To John and Laura Coleman for the wood crafts that you did and for the beautiful gift that we gave to the governor. It was truly beautiful. Thank you for doing that for us. Let's see, where am I? Your work is truly totally amazing, Mr. John and Laura. Thank you for having that for us. And to my board and ambassadors, you guys give us so much support. What he said about the ambassador program, it is true. They do run the chamber. I just get to show up there every day, and they truly make it easy for us. You guys y'all do give us so much support. Y'all make us think that we can reach for the sky, so we truly do try. And to Edith, gosh, you are the glue, my friend. So we started out the night talking about the power of relationships. And I got it together. I got it. We talked about the power of relationships. And this room is a testimony to that. So when you look around, and if you can see it from this view, it's pretty powerful. I'm a firm believer, and it's been a testimony in my career, that the decisions that you make of who you surround yourself with make all the difference in your business. Who you strategically align yourself with and what decisions you make and who you partner with, both in your business and probably honestly in life too, will change the trajectory of your life and your business. We are truly thankful that you have chosen the chamber to be one of those strategic partners. This is your chamber. I just get to have the honor of leading it with you. Thank you for your time tonight. We hope you had a good time and that you made valuable connections here, and it was a wise use of your time because, as I said, you don't get it back. Have a good night, and I hope you have safe travels home.